All right, and we're live. And let me just make sure it's going out okay on the old YouTubes because I don't have anybody else with me on the stream. Okay, sounds all right. So I was going to be on Forney's stream. Forney even in chat says Bechtloff streaming on his own, but he won't be on my stream tonight. Stream cucked once again. Yeah, I was going to be on Forney's stream, but I stupidly kind of double booked myself, and I was actually supposed to do some stuff with a lady friend tonight, and I kind of tried to move stuff around, see if I could do both, but now we have to do stuff in it. Right? Okay, fine, whatever. Uh, so I had to I have to not be on Forney stream tonight, which is a shame because I was really looking forward to it because I wanted to talk about how Davis Arini is a bitch made pussy. We were going to talk about that a little bit, and unfortunately, I won't be able to. I won't be able to do that on Forney's stream. So I figured, why not? Maybe we'll take a little bit of time, um, and do that tonight. So as I said, Davis Arini is a bitch made pussy. So this is what I said on the stream Saturday. I was like, Davis, because I was talking shit on him, and I was like, Davis, I know you'll hear this because even if you're not listening live, somebody will send it to you. And sure enough, because there are people that like to stir the shit, and I don't blame them. I like to do it myself. But he was talking about me on his stream Saturday, and sure enough, somebody sent it to me. So he wouldn't mention me by name, though. That's the best part. That's the best part. He's very obviously talking about me, but he won't mention me by name. And he's going off. I don't know how to describe this. I guess his show was about, like, a lot of people in politics when they're making a point, they're really arguing with themselves or something. I didn't entirely listen to it because it's just so boring. But he's made some point where he was saying that my critiques of the Catholic Church over the last several months in particular, but years really, it stems more from, how did he put it? Basically, I'm jealous of their pretty buildings. It's not it's not that I have theological differences. It's not that it's not my, at times, stepping back in shock and awe at the staggering levels of corruption within the Catholic Church. No, see, my issue is that I'm jealous. I'm just being all peanut butter and jelly here, folks. You see, I'm jealous that the Catholic Church is glorious. I'm jealous of their pipe organs and the big pretty buildings and the big goofy hat that the Pope has to wear. See, really, I'm just mad that I don't have a big goofy white and gold hat. That's what I'm really mad about. Oh, Davis. Oh, Davis. Since you decided to put me on the couch, I'm going to put you on the couch too. I'm going to put you on the old therapist couch there too, buddy. You're projecting. You're projecting a lot there. And what it is, I don't know, projecting, I guess, isn't the right term. What you said there reveals a great deal about what brought you to your faith. Okay. And perhaps what brought a lot of trad Catholics to their faith, but we'll stick to you here, Davina. What brought you to your faith here is the big pretty building, is the big goofy hat that the Pope wears, is the pipe organ, is all the pretty surface stuff. You know what it sort of reminds me of? Because I've always been a bit of a movie buff, so I'm going to use a movie reference. One we all know, the Indiana Jones movie. What was the one with the Holy Grail? Last Crusade. In Last Crusade, there's all the There's all the grails, and all of them are fake and will kill you. And only the real Holy Grail, the real cup that Christ drank from, that's the one that'll give you the magic eternal life. So the Nazi, what does the Nazi pick, right? Well, he picks the cup that's made of gold and has all the pretty jewels on it. I know, I think the chick picked it for him or something, whatever. But he was like, yeah, this is clearly the one. This is the cup that Christ drank, right? That's how you think there, Davis, isn't it? That's what you just kind of revealed to me with your attempt at psychoanalyzing me. Because the real cup that Christ drank out of was the unassuming, simple little cup, because he was merely a carpenter in his human profession. He was not, all this opulence. This doesn't. Not only am I not attracted to the ridiculous opulence, the ridiculous decadent dandy bullshit of the Catholic Church, it's kind of repulsive. I kind of think it's almost the opposite of how a church should look. Don't get me wrong, the buildings are objectively very, very pretty and all, but the insane focus on it is something I find repulsive. The need for it is something I find repulsive. And that's sort of what you kind of revealed to me there. There was, not only am I not jealous of the Catholic Church for having pretty buildings, you sort of revealed to me that that's basically the main thing that attracted you there. You are that shallow of a person, ultimately. You are that surface level of a person. I heard Trad Catholic once argue with me that, it's always that Protestant, you have your rock music, worship music. I'm like, well, first of all, my church doesn't, but so what? If we did, who cares? There's nothing inherently more spiritual about a fucking pipe organ over a guitar, or a piano over a drum set. They're just instruments, Well, no, a guitar is more worldly. The fuck does that mean? You know what's worldly? Giving your leader a fucking hat made of gold. Okay, that's what's fucking worldly. All right. The obsession with the pretty buildings and the old, and the old classical style instruments, and that's the worldliness. Matt Forney in the chat says, Davis Arini chose to end his friendship with me because I shit posted in the chat of a stream where Bechtloff was stream sniping him, even though I didn't attack Arini or Hadron. All I did was post, I fucking hate women and other memes. So yeah, that's what you revealed to me there in your criticism. First of all, you won't address my actual critiques. No, you got to throw me on the fucking therapist couch. Well, fair enough. What's good for the geek is good for the gander there, huh? So I'll throw you on the therapist couch right back. That's right, Chad. I'm taking a sip. 30-year-old boomer intensifies. Forney, you can hop in if you want. I see you there in the chat. You're not busy. Feel free to hop in. Shoot you a link in the old Skypes if you got the time. But the other thing that struck me is, again, you wouldn't say my name, Davis. You wouldn't. This guy who used to talk about this guy I used to know. You bitch made pussy. You bitch made pussy. Do you want to talk some shit on me or not? If you're going to talk some shit on me, then fucking do it. Yeah. But no, you want to be passive. Like, what happened there, Davis? Did Hadron collide her there? Did she sacrifice your balls to her wolf god or whatever the fuck's going on there? What happened? Somebody in the chat says opulence is a sign of the desire of earthly status. Indeed. And by the way, I don't have anything inherently against opulence, against these trappings. It's just the love of them. It doesn't say in scripture that, the shitlibs love to, the commies love to quote it, money is the root of all evil. That's not what it says. The Bible says that the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Cowardly the dog says this irks me about people who, not specifically about one person, but everyone who thinks talking about someone not using their name as discretion is retarded. Discretion is not talking about it. Toad used to stink in the chat says I blame the witch. So he says Davis 6 months ago was criticizing literally everything he's doing now. A little more than 6 months ago. I'd say it was about the beginning of 2018. I know him and Matt Forney had several streams together where they criticized the alt-right for, being too obsessed with race, which I would argue the Free Folk is. They're very much a white organization. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that even. But I do think they're a bit too focused on it. And also, criticizing the alt-right for all this gay pagan shit. Yeah. I mean, Hadron, you listen to her, she's a heathen because it's the white gods. It's the gods of her ancestor. Not because she actually believes these things are fucking true. She doesn't. She doesn't believe Odin or Hercules or whatever the fuck other bullshit she talks about is true. She doesn't believe it. So he says, no, I remember he was doing it in July, talking about fart huffing and how he would step away from the computer and do all the dirty work you talked about. Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, man, it's Bechtloff, you need to let Davis go. The man needs to lose everything and everyone before he acknowledges his own wretchedness. All you can do is pray for him and let God deal with the results. Here's the thing, though. It's funny. Like I do find it genuinely entertaining. I'm pretty much having a good time with it. So at this point, I kind of don't want to let it go. Like I was sort of sad about it at first because I did really respect the hell out of this man, and there's a part of me I still respect what he was, what he could be again. But for the most part, though, the sadness is like almost gone. At this point, it's just fucking funny. All right. I am genuinely entertained with it. And what's more, he needs to, the only chance he has at turning around is realizing what a joke he is at this point. That's his only, he's gonna need to be feeding the pigs and come to himself at some point, like the prodigal son. And, to do anything but laugh at him at this point is to enable it. And yeah, he kind of called me out on his show Saturday night. So, and in all fairness, I was shitting on him on my show too, but fine. He made a point. I addressed the point. Now he, of course, was too much of a bitch made pussy to mention me in the point, but that's neither here nor there. He made a point. I found it an interesting point because it reflected a lot more on him than it did me. So I thought it worth sharing. Because again, Davis, no, not only am I not jealous of your big, pretty buildings, I find it contemptible that at the end of the day, that's what drove you. Catholicism.
As an outsider, it really does kind of alarm me that Davis is acting in very similar ways to a certain smackhead whose name rhymes with Dim Chode. Like the similarities are uncanny. They both accuse their detractors of envying them, or in Davis's case, envying the Catholic Church. They both refer to people, criticize them as stalkers. They both think they're so amazing. They both regularly distort the truth. And I don't say this with any sort of malice, any sort of hatred. I'm just making a simple observation. As someone who has sort of been gently pushed under the bus by Davis, that's just how I see things.
Yeah, look, there's no defending the behavior at this point. And even the people that pop up around me and say and are sort of defending him, or basically say like they feel bad for him and they want me to stop poking at him. But no, I'm not going to, because again, not to sound, I guess it's a little selfish and all, but I am running a show here. It's fucking funny. All right. I'm always going to keep an eye out on you during your decline here, Davis, because you're going to shit your pants periodically, and it's going to be funny to laugh at. All right. Yeah. I am running a show here. All right.
Yeah. And I'm no longer friends with Davis. He chose to end the friendship because like I said in the chat, I was when you stream sniped him a couple of weeks back. I was in this chat of your stream shit posting. Now, keep in mind, I didn't attack Davis at any point or hate through, and I didn't insult them. I just posted shit like "I fucking hate women," which is an irony bro meme. But apparently, that was enough for Davis to cut me off. I wasn't entirely sure initially what did it for him. But I found out that Dashing Rogue revealed that Davis blocked him because he was posting in the chat of your stream. And Davis also threatened Ian McDonald over him posting in that stream as well. So, he's
retarded. Ian McDonald has remained incredibly neutral. And for fuck's sake, he runs both of our Discords.
So. I mean, I was remaining neutral. Like I said, I wasn't taking a public stance on this. I was just saying, I was just posting shit to post shit. I mean, maybe he interpreted "I fucking hate women" as an attack on Haythrun, which it wasn't. But go off.
He's protecting the honor of my lady.
But yeah, I'm no longer friends with Davis. I don't feel. I mean, Bechtloff, you can go and do what you want. I don't feel the need to attack him just because. On a certain level, I knew by around September, October that this would eventually happen between me and Davis. So I did the mourning, the anger stage, that happened a long time ago. Now I'm just resigned, Well, but I'm no longer friends with him, so I'm no longer going to defend him. He can stand up for himself like a big boy.
At this point, I'm well past the sadness and then the anger stage. Like I said, at this point, it's just fucking funny. It's just insanely funny. I'm laughing at him the same way I would laugh at Mundane Matt or Sargon or any of these other e-celebrities that's going to shit their pants. Like, I mean, you're trying to run a fucking pagan cult. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. Like, just going on the fucking Free Folk site and looking at the soy candles and all, it's just fucking funny. I'm having a grand old time with it. And I think most of the audience seems to be enjoying it too. I mean, I had more people watching me stream snipe his stream than watching his stream. Saturday night, I had more people waiting for my stream than watching his stream. So
I have more followers on Twitch than he does. More followers and more views on my channel. And really all I've been doing on Twitch as of late is just streaming video games. By the way, I'm not entirely sure what the stream is about, but go to streamlabs.com/Matthew40.
I'll probably be listening to your stream a little bit tonight.
No, you can hop in if you're not occupied.
If I have I might be able to. I don't know. I won't be home, so that's part of the problem.
Yeah, if you're not in mixed company, and they might object to some of the things we're going to be saying.
some of them spicy mayonnaise about the girl I'm seeing is is actually part Jewish. I think like a great grandmother or something like that. So I was we were arguing at one point. I was teasing her. I was like, at this rate, you're going to be thrown out of 110 relationships.
And we already had New Year's here because it's actually 1:30 in the morning. And as I was walking back from the store, I was treated to the wonderful sight of fire trucks everywhere because fireworks regulations laws are not as strict out here as they are in certain parts of the U.S. So everyone blows off fireworks in their backyards, and it seems like they set a hell of a lot of fires. Not as many as there could be because it's raining out, but that was fun.
I'm sure some of the it's been raining here all day, so that should help keep down any fires if the rednecks decide to blow up their house.
Yeah, I mean, no New Year's Eve is going to top what I did in Warsaw last year because they did the same thing in Poland, but it was fun because I actually got to participate. Like I was staying in this suburban neighborhood of Warsaw, and like everyone is just fucking blowing off fireworks in the street. And I joined one family to just blow off Roman candles. That was so fucking fun because you just can't. I think you can do it in Pennsylvania, right? Because Pennsylvania doesn't ban fireworks. But in New York,
there's some regulation here, but there's not a ban. No.
No. New York fireworks are totally banned. That's why if you cross the border between New York and Pennsylvania, there's usually a massive ads for the closest fireworks store.
Somebody in the chat says, Bechtloff, on a lighter note, you should definitely go watch Aquaman and go buy Spider-Man on PS4 and a PS4. Both are damn fine. I really do. Spider-Man on a PS4 looks really good. I can't justify getting a PS4 just for it. And there's really nothing else exclusive-wise on there I'd want. Hell, there's very few things that are on the Xbox and PS4 that aren't on the Switch at this point that I want. So I couldn't justify it, and I just don't have the money for it. Aquaman, I might end up going to see. I've heard nothing but good things about it. So, and it did. I was cautiously optimistic from the trailer, and Shazam looks pretty good. So, I might see.
Funny. I got a response to someone in the chat. Fedo Hill says, "Sup, Matt? Is Wings of Redemption still threatening to shut down your channel because you made fun of him? LOL." Yeah, I looked into that, and the only time I ever made fun of Wings of Redemption was actually on one of Arini streams, and it was preserved on Sip and Salsa staff admin's channel. I mean, I'm not disputing what Fred is saying. For all I know, Wings of Redemption is like ranting about me, but that's the only time I can recall. I mean, and I obviously made fun of him on your channel too, Bechtloff, but I never devoted any streams or anything to talking about Wings of Redemption on my channel. I don't think. I may have mentioned him offhandedly at one or 2 points.
Good old Wings.
If you could pull some clips where he's talking about me, that would be fucking great because I need shit to laugh at on my stream.
Somebody says Bloodborne is a fighting game for the PS4. I don't know. I don't have a ton of interest in it. I mean, I'm not going to say it looks bad or anything. It's not something that really catches my eye. I don't. Part of the sad part of being an adult is you don't have a ton of time. Even the money aside, you don't have a ton of time to pour into games. So you got to be a bit picky as to what you. I mean, I haven't even had much of a chance to play Smash that I got for Christmas. Just busy with other shit. I haven't had the time to really sit down and dig into it heavily.
To answer Halaruna X, no, I'm not doing shots because I don't have any booze. Do your kids want me to go out and get some booze? I mean, I don't know if it's appropriate to do shots at what is going to be 8 in the morning my time, but press 1 if you want me to do shots for Streamlabs tips on the stream tonight. Press 2 if 0. And I apologize for hijacking your stream back.
It's like that Simpsons bit where what was the lawyer's name? The one Phil Hartman used to do the voice of, Lionel Hutz. They're sitting there and like Lionel Hutz is like, "You want some booze?" And she's like, "It's 9 in the morning." And he's like, "Yeah, but I haven't slept in days."
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be sleeping tonight because I have this. It's already too late. Like I said, it's 1:30 in the morning, and the stream is at 7:30 my time, and I'll probably be on the Daily Brat beforehand. We'll be talking about films. You joking that I have the schedule of a crime-fighting vampire is pretty accurate, though I am trying to get it back to normal.
You are back to normal because you're on U.S. schedule. The only time zone that matters.
Yeah.
One day we're gonna force all those foreigners to just be on our time zone. You just have to be out when it's dark. Fuck you.
But yeah, it's like, yeah, I should probably do that because I was going to do a little thing with the Weekly Sweat has the little jokey donation goals or semi-serious donation goals with every stream. I'm going to set one up because I want to get Total War Rome 2 while it's on sale. If the DLC costs like $70, so yeah, give me the mammoth. If I have to intoxicate myself to get this video game, then so be it. I think $70 is a reasonable stretch goal, particularly given the star power we're going to be bringing tonight with people like Baked Alaska, Bryden Proctor, Joe the Boomer, and some other unannounced guests.
He's going to have Davis Arini on.
Well, he's welcome to come on. He's welcome to come on and explain himself. I can't guarantee that the other guests won't call him a fag.
He won't. He's just joining a pagan cult, dude.
Well, he is interestingly enough still in my Discord, so
I never threw him out of my Discord. He left because somebody made some memes that he thought were mean or something. And he threw me out of his though. He banned me from his Discord.
He hasn't banned me from his Discord yet, though. I can't imagine that'll last for very long.
You don't have much time,
really, since I don't think I'll be missing much though, considering that all that seems to be happening is it's a few cast-offs, like few people that that follow both of us, and him posting pictures of his testicles.
I don't know. I kept hearing about that. Some people were like, "No, it was just somebody else. It was a meme." And then people, I don't know.
I'd like to confirm. I say it's not him, but I've never seen his nuts, so I wouldn't know. But it's the kind of thing I can imagine him doing.
At this point, why not? Although I don't know, were they in Hadroon's purse?
No, who was filming it? Who was trying to grab him? Maybe that was the video of her trying to emasculate him. And his last remaining defense was to shrink him up into his abdomen.
I have Furburger in my Discord. He joined my Discord and he won't talk to anybody. He won't respond to anything. He just lingers. He just lurks. I assume he's just there to, try and catch us running 24-hour gay ops or something. But, I mean, we don't actually do that, so. Somebody asked if Gavin McInnes is coming on the Forney show. And Forney responded in the chat, no, we don't let on sodomites.
No, we don't. No, we're good Christian boys, okay? We don't do things like pay black boys to suck us off.
BlacksOnJimGoat.com.
BlacksOnSmackheads.com.
I guess it would be Jim Goat on Blacks.com.
You know, he was breaking. We were going to go off on him on the stream, but there's no point now because he was talking about on his podcast this week. He's going to tell the story of how I he stole my girlfriend as well as his ex co-host's girlfriend.
I didn't know you were dating a black boy, Matt.
Yeah. But he didn't do it. He pushed out. I guess he realized that bragging about screwing a recent rape victim was not smart. So he just decided to let it go.
You talk about parallels. What was it about a couple weeks ago? Davis Arini was running around about how he's going to put the smackdown on me on his show, and then when I stream sniped it, he wouldn't do it.
My working theory is that Jim Goat, he just loves black cock so much that he has to be wherever it's been. Like, he can't get a black cock, so, being in a vagina where a black cock has recently been is close enough for him.
Is it still cucky if you actually do fuck the girl, or is it just having a three-way?
Well,
sure. We have to... Those are the questions we have to ask in the current year.
Well, you're absorbing the VD that he fucking put in, so... But yeah, and yeah, he was talking about how she came with me, but she never came with Matt. Came as in what I'm talking about. And I'm thinking, and I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, Jim Goat is the kind of guy who'd go to a prostitute and he'd actually believe her when she told him that when she tells him that his dick is the biggest she's ever had.
Oh, I never came with him.
That's literally shit that every girl says to every man. Jay always tell that, particularly the ones who have to be rescued from some bad situation. Oh, you're so much better than my old boyfriend. Your dick is bigger. You're better in bed. Every woman says that, and then they break up with you. They'll tell the next guy, "Oh, you're so much better. You're so much better." It's like there was an article by a friend of mine wrote for my blog years ago called "Women Only Say You Have a Small Penis After They Break Up with You," which is the truth. What kind of a person over the age of 16 would fall for that nonsense?
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Harmony, California tells her husband he has a small penis. And they're still together. So, I mean, there's obviously exceptions to every rule, Matt.
Well, they don't have sex, so...
they have a very loving relationship. Oh. Like, I know a lot of those porn star interviews are fake. The girls just say whatever the hell is appropriate for the site, but I'm pretty sure that one was real. I'm pretty sure that's just how that woman is.
Yeah, I'm sure. And now here's the question: if you think some of those are fake, do you think the one where the guy talking about the chick talking about drink my piss? You think that one was real too?
Oh, she had the slave, and then
the slave named It.
I don't know if that, because then she's talking about all these terrible porn, because she was also in Wood Rocket talking about terrible porn star experiences, and I have to think if she really had a rich slave like that, she'd just stop doing porn. Even if she was a horny slut, she'd just have some fucking bull fucker on a regular basis. Why would you keep doing porn if you have some rich guy taking care of you? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the attention. I don't know. It's so hard to tell anymore.
Some women are just fucked up and enjoy the attention. Oh, hey, Luke.
So what I miss?
Arini's a bitch-made nigga, but other than that, not much.
Did he do something new or something old?
Oh, he was running his mouth. Oh, this is great, Luke. You'll enjoy it. He's running his mouth on a show on Saturday, and he wouldn't name me either because he's a pussy. But he was running his mouth about how the reason I criticized the Catholic Church, Luke, is because I was jealous of the Catholic Church.
Of what?
I was jealous of the big, pretty hat that the Pope has and the big buildings and the pipe organs. Basically, I was jealous that the Catholic Church is, and I'm quoting, so glorious.
Yes, but I'm sure he put in far more erudite language, like the grand scheme and the history and the culture and the beautiful buildings and whatnot.
And I made the point. I was like, all right, well, you want to put me on the therapist's couch? I'll put you right back on it, too. I made the point. You remind me of the Nazi in Indiana Jones who picked the wrong cup because he thought surely Christ would drink from the big gold cup. Surely Christ would drink from this big pimp chalice, right?
Oh, burn. Well, it has to be a meme now.
the big pimp cup.
Actually, that reminds me. Someone just sent me while I was out some hot tea, some spicy tea on Richard Spencer, some potential spicy tea on Richard Spencer. Let me see if I can pull that up.
In a shocking turn of events, Richard Spencer is straight.
Now, this guy got a hold of Richard Spencer's court documents from his divorce. So let's see if there's anything in here I can look. I'm probably going to talk about it on the stream tonight. But let's see if there's anything I can dredge up while we're here. This person is also acquiring Gode's court documents for me. So,
Ooh.
Okay. Richard Spencer court documents, divorce case. Note Spencer's father's position in support of Spencer's wife. So Richard Spencer's so in the divorce from his wife, Nina Kuprianova, Spencer's phone father is taking Nina's side. He's siding against his own friggin' son.
That's funny. That is funny.
Here we go.
No, go ahead.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he picks like the pimp chalice, like made a. Oh no, the girl picked it for him, and then he was like, "Yeah, this is it. This pimp cup right here."
Oh, that could be what's her name?
Yeah, Adrian picked it for him.
Oh, I know which meme I'm making now. Someone else does beat me to it.
Oh, dude, that's fucking funny.
Are those straight threads out of Irini's beard?
Oh, those are just his neck and collar.
Oh, okay.
That could be right there. Could be the free folk.
Yeah, there it is.
Cup,
Look,
chalice.
yeah, sure. Yeah, he's all like, "Yeah, this is what Christ would drink. Look at this pimp cup." Fucking pimp cup right here.
Live meaning, folks.
Oh. There's me just looking at him with disgust. It's like, really? You're going with the pimp cup? All right. I love when the knight is just like, he chose poorly. Oh, what a great movie. Those movies were fantastic. Last Crusade and what was the Ark one? I'm blanking on the names. But the one with the Holy Grail and the Ark of the Covenant, those were
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Thank you. They so blur together to me because as a kid, I would usually just watch a bunch of them like all together on a Saturday.
I think the only one I've seen is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Last Crusade.
I might have seen the others too, like they were on TV, but the Raiders of the Lost Ark is the only one I can remember for some reason.
Temple of Doom's not really good. I mean, it's not awful. And I don't think what is it? The newer one, the one with the aliens. Like everyone shits on that as being like the worst thing ever. But I personally don't think it's any worse than Temple of Doom. I mean, Raiders of the Lost Ark and Last Crusade are just fantastic movies. Temple of Doom and Crystal Skull are okay.
I think the central problem with Crystal Skull is the same with any other like after the fact like sequel. Like the dude is just too old to be doing that shit. It's not fucking believable. Like the dude's fucking Harrison Ford's 30 years older, is crankier.
Well, at that point, if you really want to do a sequel, I mean, and they sort of did it with Shia LaBeouf, but you almost have to have him play a secondary role. Like you almost have to have him now play the role that Indiana Jones's father played in Last Crusade, in Last Crusade.
Yeah, I mean, that's what
you got to have him be the kind of elder statesman that helps the new hero along.
Yeah, that's what they did with the Blade Runner sequel. The main character is played by Ryan Gosling, and Harrison Ford actually doesn't even appear in the movie until about until the final act, which is done very well, by the way. Like he's an old man, but he acts like realistically like an old man.
Done better in them Star Wars sequels, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm starting to think Blade Runner 2049 was overpraised. I mean, it's a good movie, but it's not like best sequel ever. I think it got overpraised because, I mean, compared to like say the Star Wars movies, which people like have like zero expectations for, like people thought the Blade Runner sequel was just going to be utter shit.
Yeah, people thought it was going to just rape the original.
It was going to be absolute shit. And that was my opinion, too, going into the theater. It's going to suck. And the only reason I'm here is because it cost me only $4. But then you see it like, oh, holy shit. Effort. Like, wow, they have acting and, cinematography. And there's a plot. And there's, like, effort. And it looks pretty. I thought it was very well done when I saw it, but I rewatched it recently, and it's like it's good, but not great. Maybe it's just one of those things where it looks way better on the big screen because you're in this big immersive, futuristic LA. Plus, the aesthetic is kind of odd. Like the only other person who knows this with regards to the movie was Razor Fist. He said that for some reason the movie looked a lot like Children of Men. I'm like, holy shit, he saw that too? Because I was thinking Children of Men watching that entire damn movie. Pretty weird choice of aesthetics, but mind you, Children of Men wasn't that bad either. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
Oh, I know what else I wanted to talk about. Speaking of movies, I just finished. I guess they did some miniseries after it, but the IDW Ghostbusters series, I just finished it up in trade, like the main series, and it's fucking fantastic. All total, like there's 9 volumes of trades that over the last several months I've been picking up here and there, and it ended with this big storyline called Mass Hysteria, which was just fucking fantastic. They end up having to deal with some other Sumerian god that is basically the sister of Gozer. And this god hated her brother Gozer, so really just wanted to fuck with the Ghostbusters, more just to fuck over the people that defeated Gozer, because that would be humiliating to him. But there was a really interesting thing in it where they figured like the one surefire way to get her to just go away was as they put it, the gods of old always had to respect a human sacrifice and leave you alone for a while. So Winston tries to kill himself to make that happen, and like they end up reviving him. Like he doesn't totally die. They're able to resuscitate him, but it gets kind of weird. Like she's like, okay, well, I wasn't going to accept your sacrifice anyways, because she had some convoluted reasons. Like, it's not a real sacrifice because, you're willing to lay your life down. Basically, Winston had just gotten married in the series, and it hints around for a little bit there that this god entity is going to try and kill his wife. But what it ends up doing is it erases the memory that they were ever married from everyone but Winston. And that's the sacrifice he has to put up. So it's almost like One More Day if it wasn't written by someone that wanted to fuck his mom. But it actually it ends really well. The whole series is just fantastically well written, from start to finish. It's one of the best comics of the past 10 years. They did some miniseries like after the fact and all that I'm probably going to dig into, but that was the main series, and I think it ended in like 2013 or something. But fantastic stuff, man. Anybody that's a Ghostbusters fan will enjoy it. Let's see. Somebody says I'm subbed to Forney's Twitch. Oh, I found some other Twitch streamer that I followed. This chick that has Tourette's syndrome.
Oh, Sweet Anita? Yeah, she's great.
Oh, dude, she's fucking awesome. Like, first of all, I love the fact that you have someone with a disability and they're not whining and being a victim. They're just they're trying to turn a weakness into a strength. So there's that element to it. Plus, it's just fucking funny. And she's just like, I fucked a cunt. I fucked a kitten. I fucked your biscuit.
I love dick. I love dick. I love the devil's dick.
She's just like, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 10 dicks. All right.
Can I fuck your friends? I've been thinking like, there's like one.
Oh, Luke's going to play, so okay.
I mean, here's money. Right, let me just get something out of the way. I kind of feel like I'm going to say this a lot, so I might actually clip it to share with some of you somewhere. But my dick is on fire.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
My favorite tick of hers is when she was like thanking someone for subscribing to her, and she's like, weeb, virgin weeb.
What she was like, thank you for punching my asshole.
Another funny example thing is that I found out today that if you say banana like in the chat or like in a message or whatever, you will get instantly banned, because if she sees or hears the word banana, she has a total freak out. Like she starts speaking in this creepy anime voice. It's like, I love bananas. I love bananas.
Oh, what was okay? So she was playing like Overwatch, and that the art Luke is finding is fantastic there. But she's playing Overwatch, and the one character keeps saying like, "You ever hear that feeling of deja vu?" And then it became like a tick of hers, and she had to keep saying it.
Let me find the clip where she freaks out upon hearing the word banana.
Oh.
There's also one where she was like, I would fuck Jesus. I would slather my cock all over Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'm sure a lot of women back when Jesus was alive did want to fuck him, but he knew how to deal with e-girls. He was Volso.
He was doing a thought patrol.
All right. Okay, Luke, I'm selling that to you over Skype.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Luke with his artwork here. Oh, he's on point.
What is this Twitch here?
It's her saying it's her reacting to the word banana.
Let's see if I can get this on screen. And away we go.
I fucking love banana. I love banana. Nyanya. Nyanya. I got nyanya. I love it. I love nyanya.
That wasn't me.
It wasn't. My dick's on fire. That dude just gave me a donation just to get banned. Sorry, dude. You still get banned even if you give me money. Just no. Like, okay, I'm gonna say this to you guys. For those of you who don't know, please don't trigger my ticks, because it gets to the point where everyone spams it and I don't do anything else but shout these ticks. And my cunt's on fire, my dick's on fire. What ends up happening is I shout it so much that I really damage my throat and I start vomiting blood. So it's very important not to spam trigger, and the mods take it so seriously that they will insta-ban you for intentionally triggering me. I fucking love banana. I love banana.
Yeah, that's some creepy shit right there. I'm sending you a couple more, Luke. A couple of highlight reels.
That's fantastic. Like, okay, you'd be like, oh, you're being mean or something, but it is funny. All right, I'm not made of stone, and she's obviously making a living, taking advantage of it. I don't want to say taking advantage of it.
It's a nice original. It's unique. It sets her apart. She's not just simply trading off her looks. Well, I mean, in part she is, because if it was an ugly chick saying this shit, it wouldn't be as funny.
Let's see.
Here you've got like this unassuming, like 5'2" skinny, cute girl who's just screaming the most foul-mouthed shit spastically.
Oh, I remember that. I saw this tweet. Yeah, somebody shared it in my Discord. It was that Tom Bombadil guy was like, "Oh, she's got a demon." I'm like, or she just has a fucking neurological disorder.
Well, I've banned that demon.
Are you planning on playing any other games on this channel? I do play other games sometimes. I'm currently working on it with a potato PC, so it's given up on me a few times when I've tried to play other games, but I do play The Forest. I play BioShock. I play with my dick on a Tuesday. Fuck you and Jesus. Fuck you. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna.
I love how it just comes out of nowhere too. It seems like a perfectly regular seems like a normal Twitch streamer, and then she starts screaming about her dick. Play the other one, Luke. That one's fucking hilarious. The other one I sent you.
My hobbies include fisting cats, fucking your cat, fucking your cat, fucking your cat. Go on, fucking your cat. I think I might tickle your cunt. Go on, let me tickle your cunt, bitches. Like I don't think about fisting people even half as much as I offer to. Can I fist you? Could you let me fist you, bitch? I'm not thinking about dick. Fuck the dick, all the dick. Hey, hey. Hey, I love dick. And it kind of inspires me to touch cock. Right now, I'm quite unfit. I used to love running. I love dick. I love dick. I love the devil's dick. Bitch. I'm not thinking about dick even half as much as I talk about it.
Oh, that's priceless. She talked about in one like clip I saw where she's like, I've never actually had a real job because like how would I? And she talks about how like if something sticks up, she has to like smack it, and if people bend over, she has to slap their ass.
I think some of her biographical details seem a bit like a bit fabulous, but I don't really care because it's still funny.
Call me lasagna.
Steven, stop. You're going to break her.
Have a nice extraction, pink lasagna.
Okay.
Everyone's having a fit about that clip, and I'm not sure if it means that Rebecca Sugar is a PewDiePie fan.
Looks like John Steele wants to hop in. I'll bring him in for a bit, and we'll probably wrap this up because I will have to get going. I got some evening plans soon. I'm not exactly sure when I got to leave actually, but oh man! And of course, tonight you can catch Forney's show, in which he's going to be interviewing, I believe, Tom Bombadil about the Free Folk.
No, he got thrown out of the Free Folk.
Yeah.
He got exiled from Eden.
Be,
I also banished him from your chat. This worm tongue has been banished.
Oh,
fuck him.
Okay. Hey, John Steele, what's on your mind?
Hey, how's it going? Long time no talk. Hey, where did you find that Tourette's girl?
I saw somebody share the tweet a while ago, but then I kind of forgot about it. And then I saw on Facebook somebody had shared like a little video clip of her, and I'm like, well, this is just hilarious and adorable. I gotta check this out.
Did you confirm it's real? Like this is not a.
I mean, I haven't confirmed it, but by all accounts, it seems to be real.
Well, like she might be playing up certain aspects of it, but like the popping her lips and the flinching and the whistling, that's an obvious like autonomic tick that she has no control over.
No, it seems real. But it seems surreal that she would have a gaming channel.
Well, I mean, it seems like it's the perfect environment for someone like her because all she can do is, she can't really hold down a job if that involves interpersonal reactions. If she keeps saying shit like "my cunt is on fire," but in saying that in a gaming context makes perfect sense.
I kind of admire it because it's just sort of like that's like one of the ultimate examples of taking a weakness and making it a strength.
Yeah, if it's real, I mean, she seems to have Tourette's, which is an awful condition. If we weren't in the internet age, there wouldn't be anything she could do to earn a living.
God bless technology.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Is there any way of knowing? Like, this is a Twitch stream, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah. But no, by all, I mean, you know how internet detectives are. I think if she was faking it, it probably would eventually leak out.
Right. But I'm just wondering, like, does she make a good living? Is she doing like making like enough money to like live on doing this? Or
from what I understand, yeah, I think she also sells stuff on like eBay and those types of things. Like. Find stuff to resell, does one of those things, but from what I understand, her main income is Twitch.
Oh no, good for her. I'm all for it. It's freaky, but yeah, no, that's I guess this is a life affirming story. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a feel-good story of the year right here.
It's a human interest story. Now, just one question I have is: imagine having sex with her. Imagine the tics, like she's all like, oh baby, fuck me, I love dick. Really, I love your dick. I'm Jesus.
I bet you she can't help it when she's actually like, because when she according to her, when she doesn't have a lot of concentration, is when it gets worse. Like if she's doing mundane tasks, it can get worse. If she's stressed out, or I would assume are heavily aroused, it probably gets worse. So yeah, she's probably just screaming all sorts of random obscene nonsense at you while you're fucking her. Like that's whoever her boyfriend is, that's probably just something he's had to get used to.
Oh baby, my dick is
the
on
devil's
fire.
fuck lasagna, like just in the middle of it.
Well, I believe there is a medication for Tourette's, but the side effects are so severe that you just can't keep taking them.
Yeah, a lot of those kind of illnesses, the medicines, it just sort of, a lot of people who have taken those medicines describe it as like in some ways worse, like it's dead inside. Like from what I understand, I don't suffer from any of these myself, but a lot of people have said if you can find a way to cope with your symptoms and live with your symptoms, you're better off doing that than a lot of these medicines. In many cases. Obviously, that's not always the case, but.
Well, the first time I heard of Tourette's, I was a little kid. I don't know if anyone remembers a television show called Quincy, starring Jack Klugman.
Oh, yeah. I watched a lot of that in rerun, actually, when I was younger.
Yeah, I think it was even in reruns when I was younger. But there was an episode I saw when I was a kid about a guy that had Tourette's, and his father worked for a pharmaceutical company, and they would do there was a phrase called orphan drugs. These were drugs that there wasn't any money to be made in because there were so few people that had them.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like depression where you can sell it to half the world, and he was going before, but anyway, this guy had Tourette's, but he took the drug because he was going to testify before Congress to ask for money. And I just remember that, like, the side effects were so severe, but he was saying, yeah, but by tomorrow they will have calmed down enough that I'll be able to, speak somewhat coherently before the, congressional subcommittee or whatever it was. But it was just like the drugs were just the side effects are so bad, there was no way you could take them like every day and function.
I know with antidepressants, one of the side effects complain about is that in many cases it kills a person's libido or negatively affects it, at least.
Yeah, well, there's all sorts of crazy. Also, those SSRI drugs are. If you look at I don't know if it was you I spoke to about every one of those school shootings, every single one of those kids was on some form of those. Yeah,
they can make people more insane than they were when the drug found them.
Well, yeah, well, specifically, those drugs seem to fuck with the mind. If you're like, the human brain keeps developing, like literally growing until you're approximately 25, give or take. And there's something about the way those drugs affect the brain while it's still developing that doesn't affect the brain that's, I'd say, over 30. But if you look at every single one of those, from I think going back to Columbine to that fucking Joker wacko that shut up the movie theater, to like every single one of these guys was on those drugs.
Yeah, that's why Alex Jones kept calling it the murder pills.
Oh, did he?
you stick a kid on them long enough, they're gonna murder people.
Yeah, I mean, I sometimes take 5-HTP for sleep and mood, and it actually says in the label, do not combine this with SSRIs because that shit will fuck your brain up big time.
Well, I remember my girlfriend I dated in my high school sweetheart, but I dated her into my early 20s. I remember, it was right after high school, and some shrink had put her on these fucking antidepressants, and she still liked to fuck, but she couldn't come. Like it was just it was like fucking working a Rubik's cube to make her come. And she would all be like,
So it's like being on Vicodin, basically.
yeah. And she was all like, she's like, it's really not you. It's really. I'm like, sweetie, I've made you come enough times. I know it's not me, but like, why are you on these drugs? She's like, because the doctor said I'm depressed. I'm like, well, yeah, you're 19 and you work at Arby's and you don't know what you're going to do with your life. Of course you're depressed. Like, maybe you're just sad because there's things in your life to be sad about. And she finally just went off of them and didn't have any real problems. Kind of. I mean, I think a lot of doctors are way too quick to put people in this sort of shit.
Oh hell yeah, they love writing scripts for that shit.
It's like, oh, you're depressed. Well, sometimes people are depressed because things in their life are depressing. It's not because there's something wrong with their brain. Maybe their brain is, if you're sad about things that are sad, I would say your brain is functioning perfectly fine.
Well, I mean, if you lost a loved one and you're depressed, it's like, yeah, it's interesting. I have a close friend of mine that's a doctor, and before he got married, we used to hang out and stuff. And he was a very bad doctor in the sense that he violated patient-client privilege a lot. But he was telling me about this one girl that kind of came into our circle of friends, and she was a patient of his. And he goes, yeah, well, she just got divorced, so I prescribed her some Zoloft. He said, it's like, but I'm looking back on it now. It's like, well, she was depressed because she got divorced. Well, you're supposed to be depressed. You just got fucking divorced.
Yeah,
you don't need a pill.
I mean, I'm not quite so impressed with Jordan Peterson anymore. But he did say one thing really brilliant, where he said, maybe you don't have mental problems. Maybe you just have problems. You need to fix
was that actually a Peterson quote? That sounds
you need to fix those problems in your life. Maybe what you identify as mental problems is you being upset about actual problems.
Yeah, well, and it's also the cheap way out, the easy way out, right?
I mean, and in some ways, yeah, I understand that if people are dealing with really messed up stuff, like, look, if you need to take a happy pill for a couple of weeks to keep yourself from killing yourself over some fucked up things, that's one thing. That's sort of like a crutch, you know what I mean? But you're not supposed to use the crutch for the rest of your life. You're supposed to eventually get off of it.
Yeah, but that's the thing about these pills is that there's videos on this about people can't, it takes like a year to get off them. It's awful.
And they leave like side effects afterwards. I remember a friend of mine was like on, it's not Paxil or something similar to that, some kind of SSRI. It didn't help her mood, but when she went off it, like she described having like this burning sensation in her head for like several months after going off it.
Jeez.
Yeah, some people, and the longer you're on it, the longer it takes to go off.
I'm early millennial, old millennial now at this point. And I was there when they decided, we're going to drug half the fucking elementary schools to get kids to sit down and shut up. It's like, wow, this kid's really fidgety. Well, yeah, he's 8 years old.
Is that still a thing where they're prescribing?
I don't know if they're doing that, but I mean, I bet you half the times where these kids are like really fidgety and can't focus, I bet you if you just make recess a half an hour or 15 minutes longer and let these kids burn off some energy, you'd solve half the problems.
Yeah, if you reconfigure the curriculum so that it's less sitting around like a fucking woman crossing your legs.
I mean, there's a reason they added recess to elementary school and all. It's not just because, we're giving you a treat. It's because you're a child and we need you to burn off some energy so you can sit down and do your math work again.
Yeah, when I was in, grade, from like first to eighth grade, whatever, we had, I can't imagine if we didn't have that break in the middle to go out and let off some steam. Like, yeah. God.
Well, I used to joke, I'm like, I wish we had that in fucking high school.
Yeah.
Can I go outside and chill out for a minute? Actually, the thing I missed, I think we should have nap time in high school. That's what I missed when I was a teenager. I didn't need no nap time when I was in elementary school, when I was in like preschool or whatever. But I tell you what, when I was in like 10th grade, I was dragging ass around 10 o'clock.
We need to implement the Southern European system of the siesta. Siesta on the job, be fucking fantastic.
Do they still do that in Spain?
I'm sure that they do it in Spain, they do it in Greece. I think they do it in Italy too, parts of Italy.
But yeah, I was I was the first generation, I guess, where it's decided, oh, we're just going to chemically lobotomize these kids to get them to sit down and shut up. And I don't take an absolutist position. There are probably cases where it's appropriate, but when 40% of the fucking school is on it, I think this is being overprescribed.
Yeah. Like if you have to remove a nail from a fucking wall, like you don't immediately reach for the fucking jackhammer. By the way, Cynic in Chief mentioned St. John's Wort in the chat. I second that recommendation. It's much better than it should be tried before SSRIs. I've used it before. It's fantastic. St. John's Wort and 5-HTP are what I would recommend before you go to SSRIs.
I mean, a lot of times people with depression, it's like, just take a look at your lifestyle. It's like, I don't know why I'm depressed. And it's like you spend all day smoking weed and jacking off to porn and eating McDonald's. I mean, that might have something to do with it.
I don't know why I'm so nervous all the time. Go, energy drink. Go, energy drink.
Yeah, maybe
I don't know why I can't sleep at night. Well, maybe it's because those 15 Starbucks you had during the day.
I can't get to sleep at night. You got a big fucking... Remember at NCIS where the little girl in the forensics department had that giant fucking bottle of soda all the time from the gas station, and it said like "Calf Pow" on it or something. Like, yeah, maybe that's why you can't sleep.
There was a video I saw one time of this guy. It was ended up a happy story, but he had what they call treatment-resistant depression. He was institutionalized, and what cured him actually, and I forget, he wasn't like old. He was like, I don't know, 30s or whatever, was testosterone replacement therapy. Low T causes all sorts of fucked up shit.
Oh yeah, that's a major thing these days. You should get you should boost your T however you can. And obviously there's the supplements out there to do it, but there's even some things you can adjust in your diet that'll do it. There's certain foods that just naturally boost your T. Like broccoli naturally boosts your T. So, eat more fucking broccoli, I guess. I mean, but yeah, that's a major factor.
Also, I'm legally obligated to say that I recommend that you all go to andro-plus.co and get Andro Plus.
I got to try and get those guys to sponsor me because I got to get another tube. I ran out a couple months ago.
Yeah, they're a bit.
I just haven't had the money. It's. I wouldn't say it's expensive because a tube is going to last you a long time, but it's like $100 a tube.
Yeah, it's stuff.
How much is a tube? How long does a tube last?
For me, it lasts about anywhere from 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, it's a while, because I mean you're literally it's like a medium-sized tube of toothpaste, and you're literally just putting a dab of it on yourself
once a day.
Yeah, so you don't go through it fast. Yeah, you're not supposed to just like squeeze out a line and snort it. Don't do that, folks. Because if you do that, like what that tranny at the GameStop, that's actually what he did. And next thing you know, he wants to beat up somebody at the GameStop.
You address me as sir. I want the corporate phone line.
Macho Man Tranny Savage. All right. Well, I'm going to probably wrap this up because I got to get ready for some stuff I'm doing tonight. And I know Forney's got to get ready for his awesome stream tonight.
Yes. Go to twitch.tv/Matt Forney and stream.me/Matt Forney. Since I've shielded enough time in the chat, we're going to have as guests Baked Alaska, Brian Proctor, Joe the Boomer, and some other names you may or may not know. So go check it out. 10:30, 11 p.m. Eastern tonight.
All righty. And John Steele, thanks for calling in. Forney, Luke, thanks for being on here. A little impromptu stream. And that's about all we got for today, folks. If you enjoy the content I put out, do consider checking out the tip jars down below. And what were you saying, Luke?
In response to what was said about what Christians are supposed to do.
And listen, snorting coke out of a prostitute's asshole is fine. That's the Christian way.
Okay. And that's all we got for today, folks. Thanks for listening. Bechtloff out.